Are we back, guys? Let me know if you guys can see it. Can you guys see it? Thanks for waiting out, guys. Can you believe it? Can you believe on Windows? Unbelievable. Unbelievable, dude. It restarted twice and it was asking to restart again. And I say, you know what? I'm not restarting again. No. No. Not doing it. Thanks for waiting, guys. Appreciate it. Let me open everything again here. Thanks. And hopefully we don't get restarted again. And I selected, there's an option on the system that you say, do not restart or do not install updates during like this time and this time. And I set up that, what? Now I'm getting an exception. That's great. So I set up that time for normally the times that I'm streaming, right? I don't want to install updates or anything like that during the time that I'm streaming. Looks like Windows it doesn't care and say, you know what? You set up that time. I don't really care. I'm just gonna restart right now. Oh my goodness. Let me see if I'm gonna get that error again. Hopefully nothing got messed up because I was streaming and then I got a blue screen. And then after the blue screen, the system was restarting and then said working on updates. And then you see that percentage that goes through. And then after that, it restarted again. Restarted, showed the screen again, working on updates, went to 100%. And then when I got back to Windows, I checked for the updates. And that screen on the updates, there's a button in there, oh, restart now. I say, you know what? I'm not restarting again. Nope. I refuse. Refuse to start again. Okay, so what we're gonna do tonight, as far as I remember. Come on. Don't crash on me, Unity. Is it running already? Oh yeah. 34. And why we don't have audio? Oh, we don't have PC audio. Alexa, are you there?
Yes, I'm here. I listen once I hear the wake word.
Okay, she's good. She's good. Let me see if we have sound here. Yeah, we have sound. Huge internet problems. Yeah, this time Syrian was Windows. I don't know if you're talking about your internet problems, but at least with me tonight was Windows. Mine? What issues are you having now? Don't tell me that's similar to the issues that I had. So what are we gonna do? We're gonna be working on the symbols. So we have the Joker, the golden car. Let me see. I guess I can show you guys what I'm talking about. How do I open events? I like this sound. Where's my sprites? Right here. So I guess you guys can see it. So we have a little angel right there. We have the devil. We have the golden card that I call it. I don't even know what that is. And we have the Joker. So this is the ones that we're gonna be adding now. We may add more in the future. More of those, but this is what we are doing now. These 4. Right? And they're gonna show in the bottom here. So we need to take into account some sort of randomness, and we're gonna pick them random for every round and see if they're gonna show or not. Mohit Max, if you want to send a link, send to Syrian or Whisper to me, and they can copy and paste in the chat if you don't mind, man. Please. Sound manager. We don't need this at this moment. Event game over. Sure. We don't need that. But we need tiles manager. And I want to add those sprites here. Those sprites. So looks like we have symbols. I got your link, Hitmax. Let me open my thingamajigger here again. Oh boy, I will find you and I will update. Hitmax, my man. Symbols. So we have these symbols here. So for now, since we don't have a lot of symbols, this is what I'm gonna do. This is what I'm gonna do. We're gonna do a public sprite. Is the sprite that we are holding tile data. So let's do tile data. Public tile data. Get symbol by name. String symbol name, and I'm gonna add one more. I don't know if we're gonna be using it, but return null just so we can quit the error. And then let's do public tile data. Get by value. Okay. And then return null for now. Let me double check here. Steam sale outlast 1 and less than $10. Are we having Steam sales already? I didn't even knew it that we were having Steam sales. Let me go back to the game here. So 93. What's the 93? So 93 is Angel. Let me create a little list here. 93 Angel. What's the 92? Check. $92 is check. Is Playcraft watching? 94 is Evo. 94 is the devil. 94. Just because they can? Their games go on sale. Oh wow. Yeah, it was not like that. This is the Joker. What's the value of the Joker? 90. What? It cannot be 90. Angel is 96. Angel should be 96. Angel should be 96. 97. And then Gold and Joker. 98. Joker 99, right? So 95, 96, 97, 98, 99, and check would be 100. Check would be 100. $97, $98, $99. Tiles Manager, 93. Angel. Angel is 90. That's not right. Angel is 96. Check. Check should be 100. 100. Devil should be 97, right? 97 is the devil. And what else here? The Joker. The Joker should be 99. 99 and check would be 100. Check will be 100. Okay. What's this? Okay. That. This okay should not even be here. Made the leaked. There we go. I got your link, Hitmax. Oh wow. 54 pounds. Dude. Okay, so let me go back here. Panel identifier ID. So it looks like we don't have a name. We don't have a name. So it's just gonna be get by value. I thought that I have a name. I had a name, but we don't. So let's remove this. And then let's do a switch. I guess I'm gonna do with a switch. And then value. And then we're gonna go case 96. Return symbols now we need the index 96 angel tiles manager. So now we're missing one. What am I doing here? Sprites. So we have 5 symbols. 93 angel. And the angel is incorrect. The angel should be this one. The check it's incorrect as well. So the check should be that. The devil, incorrect. Should be that one. Joker should be that. How is it 98? Huh. Well, let's go with it. And then angel check. And then we need the gold car. Is the gold missing here? So Control D. And then let's do tile gold. The gold is gonna be this one. And what's the value of it? What am I missing? I think I'm getting messed up with the index 0 because number 1 would be 0, right? Number 1 would be 0. So everything would be -1. So this will be 89. So 90, 91, 92, 93, 94, 95. Yeah. 89. So Joe 95. Angel would be 95. And then devil 96. And then gold 97. Yeah, now it kind of matches with this sprite. And then Joker 98. And then okay, where is the check? Check would be 99. Now the value matches with the sprites, right? So let's take our code here for 1 second. Let me pull this in the other screen so I can copy that quick. So Angel 95, check, would be 99, devil would be 96, gold would be 97. And then we have Joker would be 98. And then check will be 99. Okay. So we got that. We got that done. So Angel would be 95. Now we need to know the index. So the angel would be index 0. And that's correct. And then we do break case 96. 96 would be the devil. And then return symbols something. So the devil would be index number 2. And let's go to 97. I really want to do some sort of little manager just for the tiles, right? Not for the tiles, just for the sprites. So then the tile manager kind of like works together with the sprites manager just to ask the sprites, that it needs to set the sprite for the tile, right? Because right now the tile manager, it's kind of like managing the sprites and managing the tiles. I don't want to do that. 9.7 will be gold. Nine seven. There. So will be index 4. And this is a very, very weak way of doing it, because if we change the indexes, everything's gonna break, right? So you guys need to be aware that this is not super good solution. But for now, at least until we create that little manager that I was talking about, let's do this way. Case 98. Return. Symbols something. And this would be 98, would be the Joker. 98. Joker index 3. We have one more. And that's gonna be 99. And that's gonna be check. And the index of that will be 1, I'm assuming. Let's just double check. Yeah, check will be index 1. Okay. Let's do a default case here. Return no, and then let's do debug dot error, and let's say the symbol with value of wherever is the value that we're looking for. We're gonna say does not exist, and then we do value. There. Okay. Get symbol by value. We could do something, because I don't want to have to remember these numbers, right? So here's what I'm gonna do. It's kind of like not a good way to do it, but public. I'm just doing these things right now just to get the bare bones of what we need to get going, and then after we can come back to it and make it better, right? That's why I keep saying it's not a really a good way to do it. It's just because I want to get the bare bones going. I don't want to be investing too much time in something that we may need to change later. So at this point, we just want to get the sprites back, and I'm just writing code right now to get to that as soon as possible. And then if that code's still doing this way, it's still like the same workflow, we go back here and say, okay, we need to make this better. Tile data. By name. Symbol name. Because I don't really want to have to remember all this number. I don't want to do that. Switch symbol name, and then let's create a case, and then let's say angel, and then return symbol by value, and then we do 9.5. Case. Actually, we can do symbol name. This is what I'm gonna do. Symbol name is equal symbol name dot to lower, because see that right now I spell angel with lowercase a, and on Devil I did like uppercase D. So in this case, it doesn't matter how we are spelling it, the word. If we are spelling lowercase, everything uppercase, it doesn't matter. It gets in here, lowercase is everything, and then the only thing we need to do is treat everything lowercase after this point. Return by value, and then that will be 9.6. Case, that's gonna be gold. Return, gold's 9.7. Not camera. Case, what do we have after gold? Joker. By value, and the Joker is 9.8. Case, not camera. Case, it's gonna be check. Return by value, and that will be 99. And then default, we're gonna do the same thing we did here, but a little bit different. Just gonna change the message a tiny bit. This symbol with name of does not exist, right? And then we can say get symbol by name and say I wanted the Joker, I wanted the gold, or whatever, right? So we have that. Let's assume that we don't have bugs in our code, and let's keep going here. It's something in my ear bothering me. Okay. So now we need to check where we are doing the numbers. So every time that we call this, we need to shuffle the numbers, but here's how I'm thinking to do. We're going to be shuffling the numbers, but then after we shuffle the 5 numbers, we're going to do a random range, right? And then from that random range, this is what I'm thinking right now. We do a random range of 3, right? So that random range of 3 would be tiles manager. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So we do a random range of 4. That random would gives us angel, gold, or Joker, right? We just need to check for the Joker. Like the Joker, it should be more difficult to get than these ones here. But just for now, let's put everything in the same bucket and do a random range based on those. We could even do a random range from 9.5 298, right? Well, I think so. Today is Wednesday. I probably gonna do some work on it. We're gonna be working on Friday. Probably not gonna be done by Friday. But playable, I wanna have it playable by Monday, right? And then after that point, after Monday, I wanna make an app and give it to you guys already on Monday, so you guys can play. And then after that point, we just need to add the network piece of it. And the network piece of it would be the integration with Twitch API if needed, or the integration directly with the bot, right? Because the app could talk with the bot and the bot has the integration, or maybe we need to build that integration with Twitch. So then the app talks with the bot and the bot talks with Twitch API. But I think Monday we should have a playable version that's not networked, right? You guys can just play, but it would not be networked. And then after that, after I finish the network, I'm gonna jump back into the game. Set next round. Go to definition. So let's create a method here. Private void, for now, private void get symbol. Right? Yeah. The game is you guys gonna be able to play the game anytime. Because even though I'm not streaming, the bot is gonna be running, so the server for the game is gonna be running 24/7, right? And even if the bot's not running, I want to add stuff in there that you would be able to play. But the thing is, you will not get XP for reals, like you would just play. And if you beat the score, you would just be beating your own score because you're going to be the only person playing. In a case that, let's say, the bot's down or something like that. But I want to add all these things in there. You can play when you're online, when you have a connectivity, you can play in a bot. And if the bot's running, if you're in an area that you don't have data or wherever, you could still play, but then just play locally bingo all day. But yeah. So we need some sort of chance though. So here's what I'm thinking. Chance equals do I have system up here? Yes, I do have system. Excuse me, guys. So let's do random dot range, and let's do 0, 101. So this is gonna be a random number between 0 and 100. So if we do if chance is greater than 10, that means it's less than 10. If chance is less than 10, it means 10% of the time, right? 10% of the time. right? So let's make it 30. Get symbol, and let's make one separate here for the Joker. Private void for now. Get Joker. Okay. If you're gonna have icons for who your character is, some reason, better be. Oh, the icons for the game, since this game is gonna be all integrated with Twitch, so your profile on Twitch has an image. That's gonna be the image. If I'm gonna use any image, that will be the image that will be used. So if you guys don't have any image on your Twitch profile, it will just show the little bolt from Twitch. And if you have the image, that's the image that would show. Yeah, Syrian, don't even worry about, man. Go for it. If you need to do the update, dude, just go for it. Don't even think about it. Then I better change my image to the old lady. So get a Joker. Let's do that. And the Joker, let's do 10% and 30%. So 30% of the time we can do int symbol would be random.range, and then at least would work for now. Let me see here. Tile manager 95, 96, 97. So 95, 96, 97. 95 through 98, because the last symbol is 97. But the way that random range with Unity works is that you always need to have one after, otherwise it never will get 97. So let's do 98, and then let's do int, and right here return -1. So if we get a symbol, we return the symbol. Return that. If we don't get a symbol, we return -1. If we get the Joker, we return, what's the number of the Joker? Joker is 98. So return 98, otherwise return -1. And this is int. Can you explain what is link? Simple as possible. Link, it's kinda it's a very helpful library to working with like arrays and lists. It's really powerful what we can do with it, but in a way, sometimes what link does in terms of like processment is more expensive than if you would have done manually through your code. It's kind of like a syntax sugar for things. So you could have a list and have like two lists, and you could have lambdas. Lambda is those type of things like this. You would have the function like that, and then return something if equals s, if s equals x, return that type of thing, age. You know, that type of lambda, you can do that with link. But everything that you do with link, you can do manually. Link's more like it makes nicer syntax instead of you having to go and do a for each in a list and all that type of thing. But that's pretty much what a link does. Probably there is more to it that I don't even know, but yeah. So you could do stuff on link. Let me see if I find here. So see, using link, you could do some values, that's your list, and then you just do like for each, and this is the lambda that I was talking about. You can just throw a lambda and say for each value add this, right? Delta, welcome to the stream, man. Balsac, what's up? Got Joker, welcome to the stream, dude. So you would have some values and you can call it this way with link instead of doing this, right? So some people hate link, some people love it. I guess depends on your preference, right? It's kind of like, use it if you like it. I like it, right? I don't use as much link because normally link's more expensive than doing like this. And even for something like this, instead of for each, at least on Unity, I would use a for loop that's even less expensive than for each. I think they fixed the for each because before for each used to allocate a very little amount of memory every time you would run a for each. That's why I got used not to use for each on Unity. So I would only use for loops, but I think they fixed that. So I think for each in Unity now, it's fine to do it. No, I just vape, man. When I say expensive, it's memory. It's in terms of CPU and memory. It may uses more CPU and may allocate some memory that if you would just do like a for loop, you would not be allocating memory, or maybe that would be processed faster. That's when I say expensive. Expensive in terms of processment and memory. So let's do tiles manager. So right here, maybe we can move that from the game manager, and then go here. How do you know much networking, like changing network headers? It's a very generic question, but are we talking about PHP? Are we talking about Unity? Like, are we talking web dev? Are we talking about Unity? Because it all depends how you're packaging your messages, right? Yeah, no problem, Hitmax. So if Joker is greater than 0, means that we have a Joker. So if we have a Joker, let's do else. If we have a Joker, we don't want it to get a symbol. But if we don't have a Joker, we want to get a symbol. So let's do symbol. Otherwise, we can use that same guy and say get symbol. And then right here, if symbol again, if it's greater than 0, at this point we have a Joker, or we have a normal symbol. Solnan, welcome, dude. I'm doing well, man. Thanks for asking, dude. The original Salty, welcome to the stream, dude. Thanks for the follow. Like TCP base, there is so many. It's because depends how you build your message, right? If you're building for web development, there is tools in there that you can change your headers, add stuff to it, remove stuff from it. If you're doing UDP TCP on game, it depends how you're building your message, because you could be sending your headers in the beginning of the message, you could be sending your headers in the end of the message, and then at that point you would have tools to, you know, change how you're building your headers and that type of thing. I don't know if I really answer your question, but in PHP, could I change network headers? Yes, you can. You can change headers. For UDP packages, yes, you can PHP change. You can change the response, or you can change the request. The response normally you would be changing in the server, right? So this is how a very simple way to send a 404. And then here is some sort of authentication that you can change some parameters. And of course, you could have your custom properties in the header that you could change as well. So you can do that, definitely. So this would be like a PDF. If you send this, if someone hits your website and some URL, and then you send the content type as a PDF, the browser will try to open that in a PDF format. So depending if you had that set in your browser to open with an external app, or if you want to set that to download, if I set that to download, when I hit the website, it's going to download that file. If I set that to open with external PDF reader or something, it would actually try to open and probably get an error, because if you're not sending a PDF, right? And I remember doing a bunch of these things when I was reading a blob of images. So let's say you have a database, but instead of saving images on the disk, the images, they were saved as a blob of text in the database, right? So you would have to grab the image from the database, decode that blob, and then the headers, you would say, hey, this is a JPEG image, and this is the body. And then when the browser hits that URL, you would see the image, right? Of course, you would decode that type of thing, but definitely you can change headers. For responses and for requests. So right here, let's keep doing the 5 numbers all the time, right? It doesn't matter, it's not gonna change anything. But if we do if symbol is greater than 0, we know that we have something here, right? And that something would be Joker, the angel, or gold, right? And then we're gonna say int random index is random dot range, and then we're gonna do 0 to result dot length, right? So after we get the 5 numbers that we are looking for, we're gonna get a random index from that array, and then we're gonna say, okay, replace this random index with the value of our symbol. So we're gonna say result random index is equal to symbol. That's gonna be the value of the symbol, right? Let me see here. Instead of the database. Yeah, you need to be super careful with that though, because a best way to go is it to save it on the disk, right? Images, music, that type of thing. The best will be saved on disk, but you need to have a really good app and a really good permissions and type of ownership in your server, so people cannot get around of the permission system and then access files that belong to another person. But the fastest one would be save on disk, right? But saving on the database, all the permissions, it's already built in. When you're doing the query to the database, you're going in there and say, hey, does this person own this image? And if it does, or give me back all the images that are owned by this person. And then you would get all the blobs from the database. But you need to be careful with that, because it's less efficient if you're saving blob and databases. And maybe you would have to have like custom settings in the database. Just for that, you would have just one database that's gonna be handle blobs, and then you can make that database really efficient just for blobs. And you would have another database just to do with dynamic data, right? And then you would set up that database to be really efficient for dynamic data, because there is so much in the web development world that related with databases, that sometimes if you're saving blobs, dynamic data, and other types of data in the same database, you're never gonna get that really good performance out of the database, because you have too many different types of data in just one database, right? So just be careful with that. But let me catch up in the chat here, guys. Are you making this on your own? Yes. The original Salty, yes. But the game that I'm actually working on, I can open here and I can show you. This is just a fun game that we are building for fun. It's going to be like a mobile app that I'm gonna give you a copy for you guys, because the game that I'm building for the last 2 years is a survival game, network multiplayer. So
my name is Jeff.
Who is it? He gonna make me hear it. Oh boy.
My name is Jeff.
Dude. gonna torture me. You're gonna make me listen to it. And thanks for the host, man. I really do appreciate. Thanks, Rainbow. You're awesome, dude. Everybody from Rainbow, welcome to the stream, guys. I was just going to show the original Salty. He was asking about my game, so I was going to show him the game, and you guys got right on time, so I can show to I can show to you. I can show to all you guys. Let me show you really quick. But it's a multiplayer survival game. By the way, Rainbow, thanks for the sub, man. I really do appreciate. And thanks for the host, dude. Thank you so much, man. It's a multiplayer survival game. This is the real thing, right? And then I'm gonna catch up the chat, guys. I'm sorry my chat is up in there. I was trying to catch up before, and I think it's gonna take me a little longer to catch now, but just give me a sec here. So this is the real game, right? You have the inventory, you have the crafting system, you have base building. I just have like a base here, but you get the idea. You know what I'm talking about. This base building stuff, bro. And then you have weapons. And then you have drops. It's very basic at this point. You know, just a very little survival thingamajigger that we're doing. But there is so many features that I'm still working on it. It's not even close to be done. I want to have an alpha version before, like a pre-alpha, really pre-alpha, before the end of the year, so I can give to you guys and we can start playing it together. But yeah, this is pretty much it. You have blueprints, you can study them, and then you could craft them. So if I do a campfire here, it crafts, goes to your inventory. I can put it down. Do I have wood? No, I don't. Let's grab some wood here with our knife. Yeah, that's how you get wood. Where's my campfire now? Did I lost it? Did I lost my campfire? Oh, right there. Campfire, put wood on it, turn on. If you would put meat on it, it would start cooking that meat, right? And if you destroy it, you get wherever was in the campfire at that point. So there's a lot of things that are implemented, but a lot of things are not yet. But this is not what we are doing today. I'm kind of taking a break of that game, and I'm building this is going to be a app game, like a mobile game. I hope to have this playable by next Monday, so I'm gonna give you a copy. I'm gonna be doing Android build, so if you guys have Android, you're gonna be able to play it by Monday. And the way that's gonna work, it's gonna be completely integrated with the stream and with our bot. So the levels that you get watching the stream and the XP that you get watching the stream, you're gonna be able to see in there. And when you beat the max score, if I am streaming and you're playing the game and if you beat the max score, it would have an overlay in the stream showing your name and the score that you beat. And I want to do leaderboards as well. So we're gonna have like the top 10 points in there. So this is what we are doing today, just working in this little mobile game and chilling. And now let me catch up in the chat here. Sorry about all that talking. Yeah, so answering your question, the original Salty, that's the main game, and this is the little fun game that we are working on. Binary large object, yep. Syrian, welcome back, dude. Yeah, you would be doing, let's say if you have a blob binary, wherever was the way that you create that blob, you need to revert that to put it back if you're talking about an image, right? So you're encoding to a blob, and then when you read from the database, you would decode that back to the image binary data and then do it. Rainbow, my man. Thank you so much, dude. Solan, welcome, dude. Indie Mike, welcome to the stream. I think Solan was here already, no? I think he was. So epic. I have to go through because Rainbow, go for it, man. Thank you so much. It's like Rust. Yeah, right now it's really like Rust. Yes. I did play all day. Yeah, it's like Rust, but what I'm trying to get from Rust is the survival aspect and the base building, right? This is what I want from Rust, and that's pretty much what we got. But there is the planet side part of it that I want to add. That's more the territory, you know, defend the territory and conquer territory. I need to add that. There's a bunch of stuff that we have in Destiny that I want to put in the game. Encrypted items, you know, decrypt items. When you're playing Destiny, you get encrypted items, and then you take to the tower to the what's the name of the guy, to the guy in there, and they decrypt the item for you, and then you get something. So I want to add some sort of that as well. So I created like decryption tables. So you would be playing, you would get these encrypted items, and then you would have to craft a decryption table and then decrypt the item in there. I was even thinking to 3D printing in the future, but not sure. I was forced to come here. Indie Mike, welcome, dude. I'm doing well, man. How are you? I was forced to come here. That's awesome, dude. But yeah, I was thinking, I think I'm just gonna do the encryption and decryption that way. I was thinking to do like 3D printing, that you could like 3D print objects, but I don't think I'm gonna go that route. Just playing some Hearthstone. Nice. Nice, man. So here's one of the problems that we may have. We are getting this, right? Ruffler tiles. So that gives us back why are we even calling that here? Refresh tiles. Oh, refresh numbers. I have no idea why I did that here. Go to definition. What are you talking about, Jeff? Are you going crazy? Remove that. There. Let's fix that code here. And we don't have a result here. And we get numbers though. And looks like we need to do this here. So we try to get a joker. If we get a joker, we are good. If we don't have a joker, we get a symbol. We don't need that. So we're gonna have something here, right? If these end up being -1, it means we don't have a joker and we don't have a symbol at all. And then if we do have something, we're gonna do this. We're gonna get, because this thing is returning, go to definition, this is returning 5 random numbers to us, right? Because we're shuffling. So we get 5 numbers, that those numbers would be good to go to the raffler. And if we have a symbol, we get a random index and say, okay, replace that index with the symbol. And then we call set raffler value with that number. Now we need to fix that. Not to fix, but we need to go here and fix this guy right here. Because before we were working from numbers to 1 to 90, that's just the normal numbers. Now we have numbers that go over that for the symbols. So let me take a look in here. Let me see if this... No, that's not gonna work. So let's see if value is greater than 90, right? Is greater than 89 because we are working with a zero-based index. So 1 would be 0. So push everything 1 down. So our 90 would be 89. So if value is greater than 89, we do that. Else we do this. Okay, so numbers, what do we have here? Tile data. We could do get symbol by value. We can do return by value dot icon, assuming that this doesn't throw an exception on us, right? Let's just hope for that. Let's see what we get here. Oh, there we go. We got the devil here. We got the Joker. We got the devil again. We got the golden car. So looks like we are golden. We got the angel. I think I need to lower that percentage. And then we end the game. We need to lower that percentage. We are getting too much, I think. Well, we're gonna be playing it, and then you guys tell me, hey, it's too much. It's too much, or not that much, or whatever. Where did I do the percentage? Tile manager. Right here. So we are doing 30% for a symbol. So let's change this to 10%. And let's change the Joker Let's do this 15%. So from 30, we go down to 15. And then the joker, from 10, we go down to 5. So let's see how that goes now. Okay, so we got an issue. Oh, why did you clear my log? There we go. We got the issue now. Get symbol by value. So we need to change that. That's why I want to create the manager. Because in some areas of the game, we are doing zero-based. In some areas, it's not zero-based. So it's getting confusing. I want to do a manager so we know that when we ask 1, we're going to get the sprite 1. When we ask for number 55, we get sprite 55. And then that manager would compensate. And then we just use the manager. Because now in some areas I'm using zero-based, some areas I'm not using zero-based. Let's see if that fixes it. So we got gold. And let me pause here for a second. The way that this golden car works is every time you see a golden car like this, you can mark any number in this column, right? If you get a joker, you need to use the joker first because you can mark any number in the card. So let's say right now I got no numbers here that I could mark. But if there was a joker here, I could mark any number in the card. And if there is a devil, it's going to take points away from you. And if it's an angel, it's going to give you points. So that's how those things would work. And if you guys don't know how you play this game, if the number 10 shows in this, the number 10 only would be in this column, right? So the 44, if you're looking for the 44, you just look this column and then it's there. Same thing with 71, only would be in the column that the number shows it. So there, 62 would be in this column, and that's how you would play. So you don't need to chase all the numbers in the card, right? So we got the diagonal working, and that's the bug that we are having, because it keeps playing the sound for it, even though we are not making... Oh, the loots are working. Daisy Sargent, thanks for the loots, dude. Appreciate it. I thought that that thing was not even working anymore. See, every time we click, that's playing the sound. Let me double check the sound manager. We have a bug in that thing. Sound manager. It has my old name. The bot? FFS? Oh, loots. Okay, okay, I see. Oh, you were Daisy Sargent? When did you change your name? Because I remember Daisy Sargent. I remember you. You were watching the stream before you changed the name, though. I remember. Play one shot. We are dequeuing here, so if is playing, return. So if it's playing, we return. If we have any sound to be played, we would dequeue and play. Not sure why we are getting that bug. I think now feels better. We are not showing every time. It's kind of like a lot still, but I think this is more acceptable. See, now we have the Joker. Like, you don't want to mark the 74. Let me pause here. So when you get the Joker, see that we have the 74. So you would not mark it, the 74, right? You would mark something that you don't have, because when you have the Joker, the first click you do in the board, it's going to be towards the Joker. So if you go for the 74, you're going to be using the Joker to mark the 74. And you don't want to do that. So you want to mark something else, and then you want to go for the 74, if that makes sense. So you need to think quick. And another thing is, see the timer here? The faster you are to mark the numbers, the chunk of time remaining, that goes towards bonus points. So the faster you are, the more points you make, right? And if you beat the max score, you're gonna get the jackpot of XP. So all the XP that everybody's playing goes to you. And this is gonna be networked, and the bot is gonna be taking care of it. So if there's people playing and finishing games and playing again, this pot, while you're playing, the pot will be increasing if there's people playing the game, right? And as soon as someone wins the game, of course, the jackpot will go back to the default value, like 0 or wherever. This game is loud. This game right here, I'll take all the XP. So that works. See, this would take points from you. And now the game ended. So this will be, let's say, right now would be like you made like 190. That would be the score, right? So if someone made more than 190, that would be the higher score. But I'm thinking, what's the bug? The bug is sometimes when you do a column, that you play that a column or a row that plays the little audio, like the blip, blip, blip. After that, every time that you click a tile, it plays that sound again. So I'm not sure what's up with that. Now that I'm thinking, I think you're not gonna get the jackpot as soon as you beat the max score. I think I'm gonna do maybe like every day at certain point, the person that is the record, that has the record, that person would win. Maybe it could be every Friday. So we would play the entire week, and then the jackpot would grow, and then Friday, at certain point, I would give the XP to the person that holds the max score. I think that's better, right? So it would be like once a week or once a day, depending how much people are playing. We could release the XP for the person that's holding the max score. I want to see if I can replicate that. Yeah, we are getting a bunch of angels and devils in there. So this one, diagonal. So when the diagonal gets selected, every time we click a number, it would play that sound, even though if we are not doing a column or a row. Watch. Looks like... yeah. That's the bug. Let me take a look in that diagonal. So what's the mini game for? It's for the stream, Stu Toad. By the way, welcome to the stream, bro. It's for the stream. It's just for fun. You're gonna be able to play anytime, right? And I started the game because now I have like 1 hour break during my work. And I was playing games or watching videos during my break. And I say, you know what? I am a programmer. I'm gonna make my own game. Right? I know that I have thousands and thousands of games that I could download and be playing it, but this is what we do. As a programmer, I say, you know what, I'm gonna make a game, so I'm gonna be able to play in my lunch break, and I'm gonna integrate with Twitch and the stream, so all of us can play and have fun together, right? And beat the max score and that type of thing. I think it's gonna be fun. That while true, yeah, it's because in the sound manager here, this is always running. This is always checking if there's a sound to be played, right? And then when we have a line fill, we're gonna receive an event and say, hey, the player just filled a line or a column or a diagonal, right? And if that's different than 10, we're gonna the line fill, and if that's 10 means that if the index is 10, it means that's the full board. So the full board has a different sound. So when we do a line or a column or whatever, we're gonna be in-queuing this to the queue, right? And this guy right here is always running, because we could have like 2 or 3 or 4. We could have multiple sounds that need to be played one after another. So this is always running. And we say, okay, if we have something playing already, just return, like for this frame, just skip for this frame until we finish doing that. And if it's not playing, we're gonna say, okay, do we have something to play, right? Clips to be played count, if they are greater than 0, means we have something to be played in there. And then we get that clip out, right, and dequeue that. So we take the clip out and we play, and this is always looping. So this is kind of like weird, but when I have sounds, I just instantiate the prefab and destroy, clean it up. Yeah, you can do that way too. The only problem with that's the garbage, right? Yeah, that's exactly the issue that I was trying to solve. I don't even know if this is a better way to go about it, but this is kind of trying to solve it, to have like one sound play after the other, and not having, let's say, if you do a line and you really quick click a tile, I would have to play the tile click, right? So maybe the tile sound would not play if the line was playing it. So I'm trying to avoid that race condition type of thing. Yeah, looks like this event here is being called for some reason. And that is this code here. So when we check for a field line, we are raising that event, right? And this is when a call is filled. This is when a row is filled. So for some reason, the diagonal is doing that. And diagonal add that. So we add these, we have a list of diagonals. Of course, we just have 2, but let's say none of the diagonals are filled. That list is empty, right? So if the diagonal does not contain the specific diagonal that you just filled, then we check if the diagonal is filled with the index 0 or 2, right? And then we would rise the event. And then that diagonal, let's say if it was the first one, that one would be added to the list, right? And then if for some reason that calls this again, we check our list and say, okay, we have that already, so we are just gonna skip this. But for some reason, it's not doing what's supposed to. Diagonal tile 0, diagonal tile 1. Let me double check. That's tiles manager. That's that guy. Oh, I guess I cannot click in there. Let me lock this one. So this one will be that. This one looks like it's correct. And then the diagonal 1, that one, the diagonals are correct. So diagonal 0, we return those tiles. So the tiles are correct. And then we are passing those tiles here. And then we go through them and say if the state is checked, if one of them is not checked, it's any state different than checked, we say, okay, there's one tile that's not checked yet, so those tiles that we are passing, one of them is not checked, so that's false. Otherwise, we just return true. That's our result. Yeah. So if this is true, all of them should be marked. So if this is correct, we get the tiles, we fire the event. Let me do this. Debug.log. Filled. Just want to see if we are running this code more than once. And then let's do a else. Already fired the event. Then let's do I. Let's double check that. So we got a line. The line is fine. Dang, son. Can I get a diagonal in this game? I need to build some tools that will make me debug this quickly. Because just relying on lucky to test it, I'm gonna be here forever. 57, please. Can I have a 57? There we go. Give me a number, give me a number. And gave me a number that actually has a... made a row. Dang it. We need to implement the Joker because right now I cannot mark anything. Damn. 10 rounds, 2 Jokers, but no decent numbers. Can you believe this? Is the game broken? Yeah, something went wrong because we have the 81 in there. Okay, now I got good numbers in there. So 73 and 9, that's what we need. Okay, 73 please. Or 1. Okay, we got that. Yeah. See, it's like double playing it. And then we finished. And this was called 4 times. So what I'm thinking that maybe the for loop here is causing, but row index. Maybe that fixes it. Because we were using, let's say, 0 for 0 and 1. Maybe that was... Yeah, I think that was the problem. We got it, I think. And I wanna do the skins for this game. I wanna do it as mod, so you guys will be able to do different skins, and then you guys can send over. I can put in the game, so when you're playing, you could choose between skins. I think that's gonna be cool too. Be able to modify like background and like the numbers and everything pretty much. I wanna make it moddable somehow. Like even the sounds, Like change the sounds and all that stuff. I don't know how I'm gonna do the animations because I was really thinking to do animations for everything in the game, but how do I make that moddable? You know what I'm saying? I need to think about it. So even like animations, like when you do a line, you could play an animation or something. You guys could mod that. Come on, I just need to do the diagonal. Prize for bingo is gonna be the XP. The jackpot. Every time anyone plays it, you're gonna have to put 100 down. So that 100 go to the jackpot. And then every Friday or every day, maybe like, I don't know, 10 p.m. every day, whoever is holding the max score would get all the XP. So I don't know if I'm gonna do once a day or once a week, but then wherever it is, let's say if it's once a week, Friday at 10 p.m., whoever has the max score would be the one getting the jackpot. Oh man, can I just have a diagonal, please? Oh boy. How many games do you think is gonna make me play until I get a diagonal so I can test it? I guess I can just keep working on it, and as soon as I get a diagonal, I need to be paying attention so I can test it. Because so 39, we make a diagonal. There we go. Okay, give me other number. Oh my goodness. Okay, it doesn't matter. I'm just gonna keep going. We know that it may be fixed. So if it's not fixed, we come to this later. What about song requests, however, win bingo? I could, but the thing is that some musics, they get muted if I don't have the license or if I don't have, you know, the royalties, wherever it is, the copyright to play it. That's one of the reasons that I don't have song request, because I don't want the stream to be muted. But it could be for sure when you're playing and you beat the max score, I'm gonna have something in the stream. So if you're playing the game while I am streaming and you beat the max score, overlay would show in the stream and say, hey, Max just hit the max score, and then would show the max score and that type of thing. I need to think, but there's so many things we can add to it. Tiles manager. Song from YouTube. Yeah, but even coming from YouTube, if you don't have the copyrights, if you don't have the rights to play it, it gets muted. It doesn't matter if it's on YouTube or not. You need to have the rights to play music. It could be coming from anywhere. If you don't have the rights for it, then it will get muted. Where did I just, right here. So I need to create an event here. And we're going to be calling the event here. So every time that we have a symbol that comes up, we need to fire an event. So let's go and create that event right now. Events, and let's do create C# script. Let's do event. Symbol called. Let's do symbol draft. Drafted, I guess. That's gonna be the event. Song for a copyright hit hard, yeah. Yeah, I don't want to have to deal with that. That's why. That's gonna be a game event. That's why I don't have it. Symbol draft. And then let's do private int symbol value get goes to value, and here we pass int symbol value, and then we do symbol value equals to that. Bad Eye, welcome to the stream, my man. Guys, if you excuse me for 1 minute, I'm just gonna grab a drink and I'll be right back. 1 second, guys. I am back. No more chair. Okay, so we have the event. We have the event done. Now, right here, we're gonna do event messenger dot raise instance dot raise new. That's gonna be event symbol drafted and then symbol. Okay. So if we have something there, we fire that event, and then now we go to our game manager. Dot instance dot add. That's going to be symbol drafted. And let's do on drafted on drafted symbol. Like that, and let's create the event handler. Remove that. So when we draft this symbol, let me create let me do private int get symbol reward, and then this is going to be an integer value and return 0 for now. And then we're gonna do points plus equal get symbol reward, and then we pass wherever is the symbol value that we are receiving in our event, right? So now we need to check where we have a copy here of our symbols. Right here. You know what? Yeah, let's do that. Helper. Public. Static class. Symbol. Let's call it symbol, and let's do public static int public static int Batman, just like Batman, Superman. So let's do Joker equals to something. Make up, oops. Control C. So let's do public static int angel equals to 95. Devil is gonna be 96. Static int gold equals to 97. Jeff love Batman. Gold 97. Public static int Joker equals 98. And let's do check equals 99. I think we got that right. Angel 95, Devil 96, Gold 97, Joker 98, Jack 99. Good. I got your link, Max. 1 second. So let's do helper dot symbol dot angel. Why is it doing that? A constant value is expected. Magic Mike D, thanks for the follow, bro. Welcome to the stream. So let's do constant. Let's see if that flies. Yeah, there we go. So Angel, let me check your link here, Max. So this would be helper dot symbol dot devil. Gold. Way better, don't you think? Helper symbol dot joker. Dot check. There we go. Now we don't even need to have comments because the code clearly tells you what it is. So the only part now that's gross is those hard-coded indexes, right? These hard-coded indexes, they are pretty gross. Let's move these to get in order. 0, 1, 2. At least we make it more acceptable, right? 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. So now let's go back to the thing that I was working on. So now if the symbol value, so that let's do the same switch, I guess. Same type of switch, but different. Symbol value. Return 0. So if it's the angel, we want to do return 20. If it's the check, we don't even need to have the check here, but return 0. If it's the devil, return -20. If it's the joker, you don't get points, 0. And if it's the gold, you don't get points because they give you board stuff. So we can take these out, take those out, and take these out. So just angel and devil. Which one is better, C# certification or Unity? I think depend what you're going for, Max. I guess depend the type of job that you're looking for. Because I would imagine that you want a certification because you're looking for a job or you want to prove to someone that you know what you're talking about. So depend the type of work you're gonna be doing. If you want to go for gaming, I would say do the Unity3D, because just by doing the Unity3D, you already kinda, the person would assume that you know at least some C#. But if you're going for like .NET, that type of work that you're gonna be working with web development using C# or whatever it is, not related with game, but with C#, then I would go for a C# certification. Game dev, yeah. So then I would go for Unity. Yeah. Experience greater than certification, that's for sure. That's for sure. I agree with you, doctor. Because even the place that I'm working now, I don't have A+ certification, right? A+ certification is like for a tech type of thing. I don't have that. And not, I don't want to say anything, but I am like one of the good techs in there. And there was a bunch of guys that actually they got hired, being they had network certification, they had A+ certification, and they knew nothing. Like they knew it like 10% of what I knew it, right? They were really good with like questions that you would get asked on that test, but besides that, if you gave them a computer to fix, they would, where do I even start, right? So there's the difference. There's the certification that I don't really think that, I don't give it value to certification, me personally, because a certification is pretty much memorizing a bunch of questions and getting into the test and writing those answers down. But to me, what has more value is, here's a broken computer, make it work, right? That to me is worth it more than the certification. But I know that a lot of companies, they ask for the certification, right? I just think it's silly. So let's see if this is working, because we should be firing the event. Let me just double check. We created the event. So we create the event, we are firing the event here with this symbol. Our game manager is listening for that, listening for it, and then it's adding whatever is returned by this to the points. So if it's the angel or the devil, we're gonna be getting 20 or losing 20, right? Night to, I cannot say that. Welcome to the stream, Night. And Taco Sauce, I agree on both sides. You guys might try to get one's A+ and Net+. I don't have those pieces of paper. Yeah, exactly. Like even like my manager, dude, like he was even talking like, I told him like, to me, the certification, it means nothing, because we got like 3 or 4 techs in there. Oh my god, dude. Like I would give the guy a machine and say, hey, can you replace the power supply? Can you replace the fan? Dude, I asked one guy, can you replace the fan on this machine? The guy could not do it, because the fan in the old machine was using an adapter to go to the older power connector. And he was looking for, in the new machine, you didn't have that. You can just plug it directly on the motherboard, right? And he was looking for that adapter. And I say, dude, take the fan out, take the adapter out, and plug in the motherboard. Can you be, the guy we spent like 2 hours looking for the adapter that would go in the power supply. I say, dude, what you're doing? Why you didn't do this yet? Like, what's the issue? Oh, I'm looking for this adapter. A+ certified. A+ certified, dude. I don't know. I'm not saying that all A+ certified and network certified are bad, but dude, some people that don't have any type of experience, they get those things and they, you know. But yeah, I have guys in there that they are A+ certified and they actually know a lot, but they have experience, right? Common sense, exactly. That's like, dude, it's just a fan. right? I asked the other guy, can you change the power supply? Oh boy. It's not even a tech thing, like you said, Sauce. It's not even a matter of being a technician. It's just a matter of common sense, right? I don't know. I think common sense is dead in this world. Let's see if we get our points to increase. So I have 60. $90, $110, $130. Am I not gonna get any symbol? $140, $140. We get the angel, but it's still we didn't get 40. I think we got. Maybe we need to update the UI. Maybe we're missing the UI update. Screening process, exactly. The required skills, yes, I completely agree with you, Sauce, on that one. It's really good to just check mark, right? Oh yes, I have that. Oh yes, I have that. It's really good for check mark those things. Let me see here if I can update this. That would be the panels manager. If I can put my fingers in the right places. Panels manager. We need to rename this to UI manager. Points text. Panels manager dot points text. Am I accessing that directly, or do I have set point text? That's what it is. And then we're gonna do points. There we go. There we go. We had 30, now we have 50. Now 60. 70. No. We have 90. So it took 20. Went back to 70. That's good. 40. I think the hardest thing, Shamrock. It's good, man. Welcome to the stream, bro. It's good. I think the hardest thing in this game is going to be the animations, right? Because I don't want it to happen right away. So when you get the devil or the angel, I kind of want to do like something that looks like shuffling. So you don't know which one is going to be, and then actually stops in the one that should be, right? So I think that's gonna be the most difficult part, like all the animations and the fluffy stuff in the game, because the functionality is pretty straightforward, right? So right now, let's see, the angel here, what I want to do is something that's gonna be shuffling for maybe like 1 or 2 seconds, and then it stops in the angel, right? So you say like, oh, don't give me the devil, don't give me the devil, and then bang, stops. That type of thing. That's all they are good for. Then you want to get far. Yep. Yeah. Exactly. Exactly. And even when I got hired, I think they really like me in there. Not the one to say that I'm the best thing ever invented, because I'm not. But I think my manager liked me, because when they hire me, you had to have the A+ certification. And then he talked to me and he say, "Oh, are you willing to get the certification in like 1 or 2 months?" And I say, "Yeah, sure." And then I start working in there. I start like just kicking computers out, you know, like the computer will get in, I'll fix it, it's out. I'll fix it, it's out. Like I am fixing a lot of computers. He never mentioned to me about the A+ certification, because he kind of knows what I think about it. I'm thinking to do it because the company actually would pay for you for your certification if you want to take it. But I remember when he hired me, he said like, "Oh, are you willing to take the certification?" And I say, "Yeah, sure." And after that point, he never asked me again. And I'm working there, it's gonna be like 3 months already. He never mentioned again. But I may do it just because the company pay for it. So, you know, I may as well take advantage of it. Yeah, it's ITFX, and welcome to the stream, dude. Yeah, A+ is IT. So I'm taking advantage. Yeah, man, I think you should do it. I eventually am gonna do it. It's just I don't want to take the time right now to memorize all those questions. To me, that's so boring, but I guess I'm gonna do it eventually, just to take advantage of, since they are paying it, you know. Right. Let me show you. So I have this slot machine here, right? So watch that. I want that type of effect. See? That type of thing. By the way, you guys can play it if you want. Just whisper Bottweiler Jr. If you guys have 100 XP, just whisper Bottweiler Jr. with this spin, and that should do it. Currently in school and close to getting an AA. Systems and tech. Low degree. Well, it all depends. If it's just like computer tech, you probably can get a job. Even if you don't have certificate, if you have experience, you can get a job. But if you have a certificate, like Sauce said, it helps a lot. Sauce and Dr. Argos and Mr. Syrian, it helps you to get the foot in the door, right? But if you're going for like system admin or that type of thing, that's a little bit more, then yeah, it would be a little bit more difficult. Tiles manager. Where am I making the numbers green? I want to stop doing that, because that was just for debugging purposes. With my degree. What the job is. Yeah, it's very vague. Even in the gaming industry, it depends. It kind of like you have an idea what you're gonna do it, but kind of like in the gaming industry is really weird, because some companies, they call designers. It does not mean that you're gonna be designing a level. It could be that you're designing a game mechanics. So you could be a programmer and be called like designer, right? Or you could be like a 3D modeler. Depending the company, they would say, "Oh, it's the designer." So it's kind of weird, because it kind of depends on the company, if you know what I'm going for. Some companies, they call it even like developer, programmer. They interchange those things. Those kind of like go together, like programmer and developer. You kind of know that what you do, but when it goes like towards like designer and like analyst, you kind of have an idea what it is, but you don't know for sure until you get in the company, and then they're going to say, oh, this is what you're going to be doing. Say, okay, because maybe depending the company, it's going to be something completely, you know. This is going to be Angel. Let's start removing this hard-coded stuff here. Symbol dot check. FX. Yeah, welcome to the stream, man. I don't know if I forgot to welcome you, but welcome. And you guys can join our Discord as well if you guys use that type of thing. Right here. Panel identifier equals to numbers panel. Is that going to work? Let's try and see if that works. Yeah, so now the raffler doesn't get green. I'm still keeping the green here, so I don't need to be hunting the numbers. I can clearly see where they are. So looks like now we need to add the functionality here. So in this instance, like we get this golden car, we could mark any number in this column. So this is the functionality that we need to add here. Still we have the bug, dude. So we didn't fix that. Or did we? I think we did, because this was a valid. That was a valid line. Let me try again. And when the Joker shows up, what I want to do, I want to gray out these numbers, gray out this number, and I want to kind of make the Joker a little bit bigger than the other numbers. So let me show you guys here what I kind of want to do. Can I make this bigger? Maybe not. Maybe I need to use scale. It doesn't change because because we have the grid layout. Maybe we can disable it, and then we could, and we're gonna have to move it around. So I was thinking to do something like that, and then kind of like gray out the other numbers and make the joker like pulsing, right? And then you could mark any row, and then after that the joker would go back, and then the numbers would be enabled for marking. So yeah, we probably gonna have to do some changes in our UI to get that to work, because looks like as long as we have the grid layout group enabled, it does not let us messed up with the scale here, right? So it would be something like that, pulsing, right? So the functionality for the devil and the angel is fine. Looks like it's working. Now we're gonna do for the golden car. I guess we could do for the joker, because the joker is gonna be easier. We don't need to check the columns. We can say, hey dude, you can mark any number in the board, right? There we go. I started messing with Xamarin mobile apps. Console programs. FX, I would say, depending what you're doing for mobile, you could literally do with Unity. Even if it's an app, it doesn't need to be a game. You could literally create an app with Unity that's gonna make your life way, way easier, I would imagine. Jethro Codes, dude. Welcome to the stream, my man. So you can create apps with Unity, right? And Unity does all the dirty job for you. Of course, you just need to take a look in the rendering engine and all that stuff, because in a simple app, you don't want to be killing the battery to render stuff that you don't need to, right? But I guess if you want to just play around with stuff and start up building like mobiles app really easy, just use Unity, you know. Mobile game, yeah, it's gonna be a mobile for Android. I can build probably a iPhone, but most of you guys are using Android, at least based on the I have a poll in the Discord server. Most of you guys, let me actually double check. Most of you guys voted for, let me see here. Copy link. I think you guys voted for Android, if I'm not mistaken. Results. Yeah, so I have 11 votes for Android and 3 for iPhone. I can do a build for both. Yeah, I don't think it's gonna be super difficult to create an iPhone app, I think. I don't think you need to have a Mac to do that. Man, I got so many jokers in this round that's not even funny. So, okay. Strapo, check again. $14 votes. There we go. Okay, let's create the functionality for the Joker. I'm gonna do Tiles Manager. Where is that code? We are putting a bunch of code. Where was it? Where is it? Was Tiles Manager, as far as I'm remember. I think was this one. PC versus Mac. So there we go. I know that this method here is getting messed up, but we're gonna fix it. We're just throwing code around here so we can get the game to work. So after we clean it up. So event drafted symbol. We are in the tiles manager. So the tiles manager, I'm thinking who is responsible for doing that? So we're gonna have the effects manager. So the effects manager would receive this event, but I think the tiles manager is the one that should be setting the tiles enable or disable. So right here, before we send the event out, let's do, how can we call this? Let's do set tiles for a symbol, and then we pass the symbol. So I don't have that method yet. Let's generate, and probably the system got added. So let's go here. So now we need to check what symbol we got, and then make tiles on symbol, right? So that is what we need to do at this point. Do we got more votes? Let me double check. We had 14 for Android. Is still 14. Okay. Set tiles for symbol. So if it's a joker, so let's do this. Private void set markable tiles, and then tiles. So I'm thinking that here we're gonna have the list of tiles that we need to mark as selectable or not. Let's do tile 2 marked. I'm thinking that I could use this method both ways. So I could pass tiles to be marked as markable, or I could say disable the clicking or enable the clicking. You know what I'm saying? Let me see. Set markable tiles. Bool. And then I could pass a bool here and make that equals to true, so like that. So if we don't pass the boolean, I am assuming that every tile that I'm sending to this method would be set as markable. Otherwise, if I send this false, I'm saying block these tiles, right? So let's do for tiles dot length. I'm gonna do tiles I dot. Let me see which methods I have here. Icon, set color, set value. Reset, point click. So is state. We need to create a method so we can set the state of the tile. So let's do public void set state, and that's gonna be from our tile data state enum tile. So data dot state equals state, and then we go back to our tiles manager, and then we say set state, and this is gonna be can mark is gonna be dot enabled, otherwise disabled, right? So based on this guy, if that's true, we're gonna enable. If that's false, we're gonna disable. Okay, now set tiles for symbol. We kind of need to know the column that the symbol is going to be in, right? Because based on the column, so let's say if we have that golden car and the column is 1 or 2, we're gonna say, okay, grab the column 2 of the numbers and set all of them that are not checked yet as enable for that round. Okay. So symbol, and then let's do a column. We could pass this, or we can maybe change that to tile data, right? TCMG, thanks for the follow, man. Welcome to the stream. Because the tile data has everything that we need, but I don't know if at this point we need to pass that data in here. Set and then the random index, that will be the column. That's perfect. So we have the column that's gonna be in, and we have this symbol. Good. And then After this, let's do tile. Let's get an array and say tiles equals get tiles by call ID, and that will be the call ID. So we are getting the tiles. And then we are calling with those tiles. So at this point, every time that we get a symbol, we are getting the tiles by call ID. So we can say if Mr. Syrian, my man. Congrats, dude. If helper dot symbol dot, so if it's the gold equals to symbol ID. If we got the gold here, right? If we got the gold, we're gonna do this. If so, let's do a switch statement. Switch symbol case, not camera, case helper dot symbol dot gold. We're gonna do this. Not what I intended. Okay. And then we do case helper dot symbol dot joker. If that's the joker, we are going to get, we're gonna say set markable tiles, and we're gonna pass the number tiles. So right, break, break. Because if it's the joker, we want to let the player select any tiles in the board. If it's the gold card, we just want to let the player select the tiles that are in the same column where the golden card showed. So we're gonna say if tiles, let me do one thing here. Tile, the tile equals to null, and then we're gonna say tile equals tiles I, and then we do the tile dot data dot state is equal if it's not checked, then we want to enable to be selectable, right? Because if the tile is already checked, we don't want to enable for checking again, right? So let's see if that works. Nope. Nope, cannot mark that. So it's not working. It's not working. And why is that? For symbol, and let's do the symbol here. And there's one more problem that we need to solve. And the problem is, let's say that the golden car showed up in here. We're gonna mark all these as selectable, but we need to save the numbers in there, and then after you select one, we need to go back and say, now you disable it, because you can just check one. Otherwise, if we enable all the numbers and you check one and we don't disable them after that, you can select all the numbers in the column, and that's not good. So after we click on them, we need to say, okay, the guy just marked, so disable the numbers again. And we can disable the entire column though, because it doesn't matter the numbers that is going to be in the other sides. This number only would be in this row, right? So if the golden car is here, we enable this column, in the column. So if the golden car is in here, we can enable. Just after you click the first one, we can go to that column and disable all of it again. No golden car. So setting tiles for symbol 98. Let me see, maybe I am enabling it. Tile on pointer click. Let's do clicking on and this needs to be here. Let's just double check. Yeah, it's now working because the Joker should enable the entire board. What am I not doing correctly here? Tiles Manager. Set tiles for symbol. Random index. Oh, so looks like this event here is overriding so let me see if I do this afterwards, and then we do random index, and then we can do if symbol is greater than 0. Of course, we need to clean it up, this code, after we get it to work. Do things in the right order. Let me just double check if this is actually working. Oh, nothing, huh? So the Joker now. Yeah, now it's working. But yeah. Oh, now it got reset. So see, that's the bug that I was talking about. If you just leave it, people are gonna say, oh yeah, I got it now. I got it. There we go. So after the first click, we need to disable back to the original but here is the thing. That's a gotcha here. If we have the Joker is the one where we need to save the state of the tiles, right? Because let's say that we have the number 10 here and we have the number 10 here. We're gonna be using the Joker and the guy marks the number here. We cannot disable the entire board because the 10, it's there. We should let the guy, okay, I want to mark that number with the Joker, but now I have my number 10 here and I want to mark it. So the Joker is the one that we're going to have to keep track of the numbers that were enabled in the board or not. Or we can just run again the code that actually for every number here checks the numbers again and enable and disable them. We could do that, or we could cache it, the state of all the tiles, click on that one and say, okay, after that click, we go back to the original state, right? So the angel gives that. I want to see if I get a golden car. If that's gonna work. Man. Nothing, huh? Come on. Help me out here, game. Oh boy. Who made this game? That's my question. Cannot even get a golden car. Look at that devil, dude. Okay, so now we got messed up because now we can mark everything. Oh my goodness. I just need a golden car. There we go. So I cannot mark here, but I can mark here. So there we go. We just need to figure it out a way of, like I said, putting the tiles back. See, cannot click there, but I can click any one in this row. Pundros! Welcome to the stream, man. First time I want to see this like ages. Yeah, dude, welcome, man. Welcome. But you're catching me pretty much the time that I'm leaving. I'm probably gonna stream like maybe 20 more minutes. And then I'm gonna have to go. I'm working early tomorrow. Not that early. This morning I was working very, very early, but tomorrow I'm working in the morning, but not that early, so I can stream a little bit late. Of course I am. Welcome, man. Appreciate it, dude. Appreciate it you stopping the stream. There we go. Okay, now we need to put those things back. So the question now is, how do we know that it's a click after a symbol? We probably need to save that somewhere. We probably need to save that somewhere. And that's gonna be the tile manager. I know that's ugly, but bear with me. Bear with me. Let's do a boolean, our best friend to keep track of things. Private boolean is, how can I call it? Is click after symbol, or let's do is symbol click. Is symbol click. Let's do equals to false. Now this is what we do. Where are we doing these symbols here? That messy method that we have. Right here. So symbol click is going to be true. So we just draw a symbol. We know that the next click is going to count for is symbol click, right? We set the tiles. Now we are listening for the click event on this guy somewhere. Event click. And then let's do reset symbol click e dot tile data. Oh boy, that's so good. That's not even if is symbol click. So we had set that to true. We know that this click is just after a symbol being drawn in the game. We want to do symbol click false, so we know that there is no more symbols. At least at this point in the game, we're just gonna have one symbol in the drawing board at a time. We're never gonna have more than one symbol, right? So we can just put this back, because the click just after it, it's not going to be the symbol. And let's create this method. Let's remove this system here. So what do we need to do here? For now, let's do private bool draw equals -1. Whoops. We want to int. So this is Hacktosh. This is hacking. Hackintosh, I was going to say. Because the Macintosh, Hackintosh, that's just hacking. So let's just throw code at it. And after we go and fix it, hopefully. You know? Where is it? Where we are setting that to true, right here. So equals to symbol. And then you have something like this. To do. Fix this. And then the date is 1978. And we are in 2007 and there is a to do fix this. Oh boy. Fix this. This should be. There we go. 1978. That's when it should be fixed. We're gonna fix soon TM. So now, when we click, we set that false and we set our thing here back to -1. Okay. So now we know the symbol that we are talking about. Right? We know the symbol that we are talking about. If helper dot symbol dot gold is equal to that, we're gonna do zero music. My name is Jeff. Welcome to the stream, dude. If we get a gold, we need to set that row back to disabled. So we do tiles equals co-id column and we have that little method that I wrote, so we don't need to be repeating ourselves. Where is it? This one, and then we pass. No, it's this one. And then we pass false to disable. Where is my code? Right here. Bam. Beautiful. Now we have the if this is the Joker, if the symbol is the Joker, we need to save the board. We need to do this before this thing here though. To do handle Joker. Let's see if the gold is doing what's supposed to. And this should be false. We wanna disable them. That's Visual Studio FX. Visual Studio does that automatically. So looks like we fixed the diagonal issue that we were having. Yeah, but the Joker is still messing up the game. Mine won't. If you do, I know that there's a setting for it. So if you write like to do, so if you create a comment and you do to do, and then everything after that will be blue, it must be a setting on Visual Studio, that's for sure. I don't remember which setting is, but it's probably the editor colors or something like that. So if you write to do, it should do it. Or look it up online. You're probably going to be able to find it. I just don't remember. Winning sound is devil? No, winning sound is like a hoorah, some type of crazy things. The devil is different. So let's mark this one. And that's not working, dude. So our code is not working. Dang, son. I love this bug. I'm gonna mess with the settings. Yeah, look for it online. FX, you'll be able to find it, man. Draw symbol value. If it's gold, use 60 or 70% of the volume. Yeah, I need to set all these things up, Max. Like all the sounds, all the animations. 100% little too much. Yeah. When I get to it, I will. I don't want to be playing around with it right now. Let me finish this. We have bigger issues here. Let me see if I can solve this issue in 5 minutes. Otherwise, it's gonna be for Friday, guys. Symbol is greater than 0 equals to symbol RIP memory. So we have this symbol here, and this is true. Unless if the column here of this tile data is not right. Debug.log should tiles on call, and then let's do the tile data dot call. Let's double check if we are resetting the right column here. RIP memory. Come on. No golden card for me, huh? What a game. What a game. So difficult. I'm gonna have to talk with this programmer and say, hey dude, we need more golden cars. Let me skip this one. There we go. So let me click 10, pause, click on tile 10. Why? We got the click. We got the click. On tile click. Oh. Look at that bug right there, Jefferson. Look that bug right there. We were putting that back to -1 before. That's not good for business, bro. What are you talking about? Let's try again. Now it should work. There we go. 77. Should disable column 4. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's unpause it. Yes, that works. I cannot mark anything else anymore. Now I can mark. There we go. Now we are talking. So tonight we got the angel and the devil to work. We got the golden card to work. We fixed the diagonal bug that we had. That's pretty good. So tomorrow we just need to fix the joker, because when we get the joker, look the bug, we can mark everything, right? So not tomorrow, but Friday guys, we're gonna be fixing the joker, and I guess at that point Friday I may be able to do a build, and at that point the game is gonna be single player. I can do a build and you guys can play in your phone. So the jackpot's not gonna be through the network. Your names here is not gonna have your right name, but Friday I can make all the UIs. So finish the joker, finish the UI so you can start a game and finish a game. And then you're gonna, for sure, you're always gonna have XP to play it, so don't worry about that. And And then next week, we are going to be doing the integration with the Twitch API and with the bot, the bot in stream. So Friday, we have the single player. Excuse me. Friday, we have the single player. I can give you guys a copy. And then next week, we do the network stuff. Hopefully next week, we can do the entire network thing. I hope for it. And then the other week after that, we can go back to the real game, to the survival game. And if any you guys find a bug or something, I can keep going back to the mobile app, this little game, and fixing and adding things. And we can keep playing and testing it, but then we can go back to the game. Let me see who is streaming in the interwebs, so we can host someone pretty cool. Let's try this guy here. He's doing some Unity work, right? Let's see what he's up to. So if you guys wanna wait for 1 more minute, I'm just gonna play one more song, and then we're gonna be hosting him. So guys, thank you so much for watching this stream. I really do appreciate everybody coming up, all the follows. I really do appreciate. Thank you so much for that. I'm gonna be back streaming Friday 8 p.m. Pacific time, and I guess see you guys then. I love you all. See you guys. Take care. Bye bye.